choke collar. It's not meant to be drug on. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Yay! Come on. I need tools. Good boy. Come on. Jam, lie down. Didn't ask for your help. We're fine here. He actually sees sheep. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. What we look for is, we look, of course, for him. First thing we look for is for him to see the sheep.
Got that?
Well, I mean, you know, a lot of times we come in here and we stood around and talked. One of the reasons I like to stand around and talk if I can before I do one is it gets the dog calmer about where we are.
Exactly.
Smells are different.
Of course.
Everything else. So once we establish the fact that he sees the sheep, we attempt to see how much group he has. Meaning, is he going to go around the outside or is he going to single one out?
Okay.
Okay. I use this little cheap-ass Walmart rake because it's real soft. And it's, even if I smack it with the wood part, it'll probably break. But anyway, and it's very visual, much like this. Whereas if I use something like a stock stick, you know, it's just like pointing with your finger.
Sure.
Okay, so he sees this. It's an extension of my hand. And where I put it is I put it on his rib or his shoulder to move him out.
Okay.
See, like that.
Okay.
I put it in front of his nose to stop him and change direction, much like if you've ever lunged a horse. Okay, now we want him to go both ways. Whoops, my bad, I just stepped on it. I kept hold of him right there at the beginning because I was going to I used the line a little to help him be right. Now I'm just going to, because this is much more pressure, actually, than keeping him on a line. Most dogs don't mind being on a line because it's just, they don't even view it as pressure anymore, except for your little girl, your little one right
Alex.
there.
Yeah.
And that's okay. But see there, all I did was try to not let him go this way, and he's doing some dissociation. Dissociation is normal. Too much pressure. And he's getting pressure from all sides. The sheep are very interesting. Okay, pressure. I have a bubble that just doesn't quit. I'm very alpha, very dominating. So, I mean, you know, he's just got all sorts of intense stuff. And then he's like, well, I got free choice because I'm loose, but yet you're trying to not let me be loose. Okay? So, and I'm asking him, obviously for him, his counterclockwise direction is his bad side. Everybody, chicken, dog, person has a good or a bad side. Okay? They're left or right-handed. Like everything else, it depends on how severe it is, depends just on the individual. Some are almost ambidextrous, some are like, I can't even see the other direction. This guy is not quite that bad, but he's very uncomfortable. See how easy he goes this way? And watch what happens when we turn him.
Goes down.
See, he just hangs up.
Yeah.
And that's just because it's uncomfortable. Like if you're right-handed and I give you a pin in your left hand and say right, and you go, it's uncomfortable. And given your own, without even thinking about it, before you know it, you put the pin in your other hand. Okay? So, to be a herding dog, he has to be ambidextrous. See, he doesn't like this kind of stuff. He doesn't like conflict. So some of your biting is not just resource guarding. See, he's not really yielding. What he's doing is he's jamming himself in a corner so he doesn't have to deal with it. I want him to yield. When he yields, I take the pressure away. Okay? For example. And what he's ready to do is fight me, you can see his lip curling now, over a stupid rake. Again, this is, we're getting into the root of a lot of things. Good boy. I would rather him, don't you snarl at that rake. So right there I gave him a little correction because he snarled. Okay? It wasn't that, it's not, but that's like resource guarding. You know, you catch it resource guarding, it's easier if you catch it the first second he starts resource guarding rather than after he's been there for 5 minutes?
Of course.
Okay, same thing here. If I catch him when he wrinkles his lip and he just understands that's not an option, I want him to look for another option. When I pick this up, see how he immediately, he's letting me decide, okay? So like I say, all I'm telling you is this, I'm just giving you insight into what makes him tick.
Okay.
Come on. See how he doesn't like that, now he's biting that leash? But see, I can control him. See that head every time, and I'm not even, I mean, I'm just.
Right. Yeah, it's loose. You have a loose leash.
But it's he actually is an alpha dog, okay? And he is not capitulating because he doesn't think he has to. Granted, he's not doing a lot of things that you attribute with an alpha dog. But that's probably where that resource guarding stems from. Excuse me? We don't do that. Good boy. Come on. That right there, all I did was establish alpha. He wanted to turn and bark. I said, no, you can't do it. So what you have to do is, what you need to put in the back of your mind is whoever adopts him or y'all, you have to be a firm alpha. And you have to say, like, it really didn't hurt anything, him barking right there. But I got to draw a line in the sand. And I'd rather draw a line in the sand over something innocuous and go, no, you aren't. And have him go, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't do something else. Because that's what alphas do. I mean, I know that they talk about alphas now, and they're trying to come, there's this groundswell of movement that say alphas really aren't that way. Yeah, they are, even in family groups.
What you just told us is exactly what the first trainer we've been working with said.
Okay.
I mean, to a T.
Okay, so you see this right here? I don't care that he's really watching Dave. I'm not going to tolerate that.
Exactly.
He can watch Dave all he wants. I'll give him that much because to go, I have a cookie, and not let him is not dealing with it. Be aware of that. Be aware if anybody tries to get you, oh, well, if he doesn't like looking at Dave, give him a cookie. Well, what you're doing is you're deflecting. And on a dog like this, the next time it's going to be even worse because he chose to come get that cookie. He didn't, what's the word? He didn't give in to you. He oh, well, I'd rather have the cookie. You see how that's a different scenario than you let go of that? So so your first trainer. So like I say, I say that because I almost got eaten by a German Shepherd. Actually, it's a student that is just about no longer allowed to come out here. Because I went to put a leash on the dog, and the whole time she was busy shoveling food, and I should have known. I know better. That dog turned around and tried to kill me. I tried to kill him too.
Yeah.
But that being said, I told her, I said, whatever, I said, this is not safe. Oh, but as long as I keep his attention focused on me, and I go, but you can't do that 24/7. He's got to be normal.
Yeah, that's Jeff's philosophy. Yeah.
I said, how does your vet handle the dog? And she said, oh, everything's fine. And I said, really? I said, do y'all muzzle him? Well, we muzzle all the dogs. I went, no, you don't muzzle all the dogs. You muzzle one that you think is going to kill you. Now, he has totally decided on this side because what this has become is not about the sheep. This side has become about him and me. Okay? This side is all about the sheep. See the difference in his posture?
Yes.
Good boy, good boy, come on. Doesn't mean I can't give him good boys. Good, 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 good boy, good boy, good boy. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Good dog, good dog, good dog. Yay, good dog, come on. Good, good, yay, good boy. Now that I've established my control, I'm being real effusive and stupid with praise, but look at what he just did, how nice that was. Because now he's willing to accept my dominance, for lack of a better word. He's also willing to accept that I'm very happy with him. Come on, bud. And this is kind of where Keeler comes from, although he went about it the wrong way many years ago, was the idea that dogs really like dominance. They really like somebody telling them what to do. We all do. That's why we stop at red lights and,
Yep.
you know, stop signs. Because truthfully, nobody wants anarchy.
Sure.
Come on, come on. Good. So like I say, even though I'm working on him, lie down. Good. Even though I'm working with him a little on not being ugly, I'm also willing to give him praise. So don't think that I'm saying you can't be sweet to this dog.
Oh, sure, of course.
But he'll be look at the difference there. See, he didn't snarl or he just went. Now, if I keep pushing him, I can make him. And there are days, and just put this in your pocket, there are days that you need to push it. There are other days you can say, oh, I'm happy with this, happy with a little bit. But, you know, and I never would let it rest. I mean, he's the kind of dog that if he's laying in front of me, I'd make him move. I wouldn't say get up and move. I'd just kind of make him, you know, shuffle him out of the way. Why? Just to keep him thinking that, you know, not, and that being said, he will quit that biting. The more he recognizes, first of all, he's got to recognize it's unacceptable.
Yeah.
Good boy. But the more he'll recognize that, wait, there you go. Good. Go all the way around. Come on. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. Come on. Lie down. You're going to hurt something. Come on. But like I say, the more, you know, good. There we go. Because like I say, for me right now, going this way is all about him yielding more than it is about, okay, I'm busy now. Good. Get good. Hey, Felix. Oh, aren't you?
Okay.
See, and that, from me, you could see his look. Even though all I did was chin scratching, he was like, you know, we've achieved it's not even a detente. We've achieved you know, you are a good boy. Good boy. Now I'll beat the crap out of you if you so much as even look crooked at me. Good. And he also recognizes that I am not going to tolerate any sort of hoo-ha. So what you've got here is you've got a dog that not only does he see sheep, he has a lovely sense of group for all my behavioral talking. He has a lovely sense of group. He has a clockwise direction. He really isn't comfortable counterclockwise, which means that most likely he's stiff that way anyway. Okay? But for me, that would mean he's left-handed, not right-handed.
Okay.
For herding, we need him to be ambidextrous. It's not a have-to for anything else. This is... Hi. Come on, Lizzie. All right, here we are going left. Good. Keeps focused. I'm not really having to do anything. Of course, I've got hold of his lead right now because I'm going to show you. Now, here we are. He didn't fight me for that one this time. And he's actually much freer, so he may not be as stiff as we first thought. Now that the fight, see how nice that was?
Mm-hmm.
I pushed him and he went. Good. A lot of times herding can help these dogs because it's teamwork. And at least with my program, you notice I don't tell him to go this way, tell him to go that way, tell him to stop. I just apply pressure, he does it, I quit. I want him to turn, I apply pressure, he does it, I quit. So you know, they get confidence and they also learn to, good. Billy, sit. Awesome, good dog. Come on, let's go.
Oh boy.
Look at his whole body posture.
He's a good boy.
See how much more relaxed he is right now? Anyway, so that's it. He's very